But do you think some artists that, and I don't want to use the term fail, but maybe they stop or they step away from it or something, do you think it's because they can't let something go maybe when they should?
Hmm. It's either that or they're not persevering. Um, there's a lot of, kids are all artists, right?
Right.
Uh, what makes the difference is the time you put in. You have to keep showing up and working, working, working. You will learn. Even if you didn't go to art school, if you put in the time and you're putting the paint or whatever medium it is, um, and you have that passion, you're going to get better. There's no questioning it. So for some people, it's just, the art is at that ugly stage. And I don't know about other people, but like there'll be a point where I just kind of am sad for anyone looking over my shoulder because it just looks ugly. It looks terrible at that stage.
Right.
And so I just tell them, you just got to have faith, I can see what's going on. You got to understand, I got to build from the back. There's a lot going on, and I have to put in layers and layers and layers. So come back later and you'll see what I'm talking about.
You have
So,
just described to anybody watching this or listening to this the portrait artist of the year conversation that my wife and I have all the time when they start. It's like it looks like an alien.
yeah.
How is that turned into a person and a portrait, right? And as the show progresses and they have this 4 hour time limit, all of a sudden at the end it's done and you're like, wow, how did that came from that? And again, you're talking to someone here that knows not a lot, not much at all about painting. I'm amazed at that process. And you're right that they
Mhm.
come at like the 2 hour mark and you're looking at that going, it doesn't even look like a person. Or the landscapes are the same way. They'll just be blobbing things in, and it's like
Yeah.
I don't get it. Which brings me to a question: how do you start? And I'm saying this because I've watched enough of these shows that every artist, I don't care if it's a landscape or a portrait, some just start splashing paint on, some draw, some take a picture. What do you do when you sit behind a blank canvas to get started?
Well, I have a to-do folder every now and then. I have a whole photo album if every now and then when I think, oh, when I get done with this painting and this painting, I need to start thinking of the next one. And I'll go through and I'll start putting my little hearts on the images and that sort of thing for the landscapes. And of course it starts really when I'm out hiking in the woods. You know, um, it's I really am looking for that sunny day, and I love autumn as a theme because I like the quality of the light in the autumn. It's just kind of more diffused and warm looking. Um, but some days the sun doesn't shine. I have a painting right here. The sun would not shine for me that day, but there was so much pretty stuff in the background that I'm like, you know what? Andrew Wyeth did this all the time. I shouldn't have an excuse. Let's do this. And so, uh, yeah, I'm looking for enough things to get me excited. And if it's the portrait stuff, there's some story, a lot of the people modeling in them. It's either pictures I've taken that I've connected with, or I kind of get a story in my mind, and then I'm like, hey, can you model for this? And then it just kind of happens.